So if you guys look at maybe video if y'all want, or you need to 16 yards, you need to 16 on Jim, if it's 17 3, so 2 yards, people are playing up against the Knicks again for the third time. It's good, bro. It's good, 2 yards, it's good, man. You gotta find the ball, my bad, the 2 years of Lawrence now. I got the 2K18 video clip for y'all, man. Man, it's about to be crazy. But I'm like, he's today, so it's like, yeah, it's gonna be nice. So yeah, I'm starting up, it's like 1 o'clock, I got school, and it's Friday, yo. Yeah.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. A strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing
6, 7. My God, man, you got me saying that. Yo, hey, get on 2K. Hey, yo, bro, get on 2K, yo. Yeah, they should have added this song back to 2K26.
An Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the continued absence of Derek Williams, the story for them right now.
Yeah, that is really tough, Kevin. You never like to hear the sound of that. They're going to miss him, and by all indications, they're going to miss him for a long time. That was the exact opposite of the news they wanted to hear.
And it does, you're right. Sound like a long road ahead for him to get back on the court. But listen, he's a pro. You know he'll do everything in his power to get back as quickly as possible.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Anthony. Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward position. Now here's Calderon. Shot clock at 5. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's stolen by Calderon. Pass to Flalo. Back to Calderon. Feeds it to Flalo. Now here's Calderon. Defense is right there. That's good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Love right side. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Calderon. And he gets it to go. Smooth's got 5 now.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Calderon, no good.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Here's Smooth. No good on the triple. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Porzingis passes to a Flowers. He dishes it to Anthony. From deep. Calderon, no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Passes it to Porzingis. He kicks it to a Flalo. Baseline J on the way. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Irving. Smooth passes to Mozgov. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Calderon. Back to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Smooth. 8 points for him. 11 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Smooth's got 10 points.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
Here's Smooth. Jose Calderon making his last shot. Shoots it. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Well, for the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. The Knicks also changing it up. Seraphin comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And Cleveland also making a change. Smooth checked in for LeBron. Here's Galloway. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Nice shot by Porzingis.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smooth. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
It's been a solid outing for Smooth. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
There's the screen. Anthony kicks to Seraphin. Plenty of space. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now the dish to Smith. Love outside. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And another miss by Cleveland. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Philadelphia.
You're not always going to shoot it as well as they did from three-point range to win that game, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And in that game, boy, did they shoot it lights out from beyond.
Lights out is a real good way to describe it. Just take a peek at the box score. I mean, their percentage from deep was off the charts.
Here's Smooth. He's got 14. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Here's Smooth. 43 points out last game. Misses the step-back jump shot. Deflects the pass. Irving with the steal. Here's Smooth. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Here's Galloway. It's a 5-point game.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Here's Smooth, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
A different look now for Cleveland. LeBron comes in for Jefferson, and Smooth subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Here's Smooth. 18 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. Got a hand on it.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Melo having a terrific game. He has 12 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Here's Smooth, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Aflalo. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's 8 points for Aaron Aflalo. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
It was Amundsen who's checked in for Porzingis. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half, and when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day, and that's really what Carmelo did.
Here's Galloway following the score by Cleveland. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Smooth. He's got 20. Ball stolen. Goes up. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here's Smooth. Here's the 3. Amundsen grabs the board.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Aflalo, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
It's a pick by Love. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on deep or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it. This quarter has brought out the best in them fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
New York calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumper comes in for Smith, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smooth. And then for New York, Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. Calderon comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. And that does it for the first half of play. New York ahead. They're up by 11. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Kevin Love. And Kevin, facing a deficit at halftime, what do you guys need to do differently in the second half of this ball game?
Thanks, shots. I mean, we're getting good ones. I don't know what it is. We had the day off. Just need to get our legs under us in the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
It's a make-or-miss league. Kevin, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Alright, let's go. Alright, you guys ready? Alright, come on.
Here's Smooth. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And New York looking at who they've got. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Calderon. And it's Aflalo in at the two-guard position. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Mozgov. Out to the right wing. Shoots the three. It's deflected, but they recover it. No good on the three.
You know, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
We call that a collabo because everybody's boxing out and making sure they secure the glass.
Calderon has the open look. No good on the quick three. The Cavaliers trail by 8.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Now here's Aflalo, and the rejection by James.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And that one's good. Porzingis has got 17 now.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Takes a 3. That one's in there. The Knicks lead has got to just 7 on the basket from Smooth.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
For New York, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Calderon. The shot is off, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Now here's Calderon. 8 points for him. And stolen by Love. Here's Smooth. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Smooth. Once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history, and that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Here's Smooth. Aaron Aflalo picking up that last basket. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Smooth. Aflalo with it. He's got 10. He feeds it to Calderon. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Calderon's got 11.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And he gets it to go.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Calderon. And it's O'Quinn. And with the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Anthony. 18 points for him. Back to Calderon. The tray. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Calderon's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The feed to O'Quinn.
I know. I'm about to go to sleep. We just finished this. Mom, can you close the door? Can you close the door? Yeah.
Mozgov with the block, and they'll keep possession. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run. He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like everyone is his, and that tip-in paid off for him.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Mozgov, and it's Jefferson in for Kevin Love. The Knicks also changing it up. Seraphin comes in for Kyle O'Quinn, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And so it's Cleveland with it. Aaron Aflalo missing his last shot. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Second, Carmelo Anthony. Fourth, LeBron James.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Smooth out there with Irving, and it's Jefferson in at the three slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Smooth. It's tipped. And a fast break now for New York. Anthony leading the charge. Good. And that's 12 points for Aaron Aflalo. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
First free throw is good. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Shots good by Anthony. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Smooth. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Well, Aaron Aflalo in this one, 12 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout. Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Now here's Aflalo. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Smooth's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And here's Aflalo for 3. The shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Smooth. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big 3 found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year. Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
New York calls timeout.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets them apart from so many other point guards in the NBA. You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now here's Calderon. Aflalo outside. Anthony on the wing, covered by LeBron. 5 on the clock. O'Quinn, that's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Smooth. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now here's Calderon. The pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Anthony. At the top of the key, O'Quinn. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Left side, Love. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And here's Aflalo. They set the pick. He's looking for Calderon and finds him.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there, but he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Smooth. Here's Love, and he jams it with authority.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Oh, excellent.
Huh? I know. I'm about to get off on this. The game is almost finished. Yeah.
Interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Calderon. D right on him. Moving against the Flalo. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's the triple. LeBron, no luck. New York leading by 7. Flalo with it. He's picked up by James. They get it again. Porzingis, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Here's Smooth. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Smooth's got 60.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Calderon. Here's the screen. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Mozgov with the block. In a wide open look for Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Now here's Calderon. Not a lot of room. To the middle. Breaks it off the glass. Calderon's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Now here's Anthony. And there's 1:45 left in the game. Here's Smooth. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. But Knicks making a switch here. Serafin's checked in. There's 1:40 left here in the 4th quarter. Shot's good by Anthony.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the 4th quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Here's Smooth. Off target from outside.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
And again, it's New York.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Now here's Anthony. Good. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for New York.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this was. In a bigger loss, this team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And really, they finally got something.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all.
Lost that day. He was close, yo. He was literally close, bro. Like, how you...
All by the opposing fans.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Jose, congratulations on the win here tonight. How important was winning this game following your last loss to try to reestablish some momentum?
Well, I think we're playing better. I think we're getting confidence. I know it was a bad loss, but we know what we have to do to win games. We got to be really concentrate. That's what we've been doing. Everybody got to be on the same page. Keep helping each other. That's how a team win games.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Carmelo Anthony. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the... And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For
against the Warriors though. So they really got their first one against us, bro. Cause he beat them twice. And this is a Christmas game, so against the Warriors. But yeah, let's go wrap it up for this video, y'all. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell, let notice every follow me on PSL. Tell me to go 25 on PS, add me on Kyle Mobley at 28 25 after see y'all. My next video, God bless your heart and soul, y'all. Good night, y'all. I'll see you guys in my next video, man.